Hey, how are my friends and family doing out there today? Actually, you're all family if you're friends. I wanted to share with you today just some stuff that's been on my heart after we've been seeing what's going on with all these protests. And just in a time when the pandemic was really starting to wake people up and encourage people to really love one another, we were starting to sense a lot of peace. I think people were really accepting the process we were walking through to help us grow and to become the people we were always designed to be. Not become, but just go back to the people we were born and created to be in the lives we were meant to live out. And it wasn't surprising to me that darkness, whatever you want to call it, the devil, Satan, dark forces, dark energy, would try to attack and take that all away. I was almost just waiting for what the next thing would be. And of course, there's that hope that nothing will happen, but something did. And this is really, to me, is not so much about what we're actually seeing. I think there's so much more behind it spiritually. And I think it's a great opportunity for us as a human race to wake up and to continue to remember the love that we were starting to find for one another, and to embrace our differences, because it's that love for one another that unites us. And when this all happened, a lot of us, we probably still are a little confused on how to react, whether we're white, we're black, whether we're Mexican, Asian, whatever, Hispanic. We were like, how do I react? Do I have to say something? Do I have to put something up on social media? And personally myself, I was trying to be a neutral observer. It doesn't mean I don't care. I have a dad that's pretty much black. I watched him be oppressed his entire life because of his dark skin. I have a brother-in-law that is half black and has a dad that's black and a mother that's white, but his skin is black. And even my sister and I, we have a little darker skin. I mean, we were raised in a predominantly white neighborhood and community and school, and we didn't have all the privileges the other kids did, but all those things just made us who we are today, and didn't really hold us back from becoming the people we are. And not to diminish that it's sad to have to see people you love be oppressed and not have the same rights as other people, but at the same time, that, to me, it's on those other people. It's not on we don't have to live with that. We don't have to accept it. We can rise above it, and we don't have to bow down to the offenses. And I've seen my dad, my brother-in-law, other people I know that are black do amazing things with their life, even through the tough times. And I'm really proud of all of them, and I'm just thankful that they didn't give up. And I have the same with white friends too, who've gone through a lot of tough times in their life as well. It's just different issues, different hurdles, so we're all in this world together, and we're all so connected. And I think that's why we're all feeling this so much right now, is because it's showing to us how connected we are as human beings. And I know a lot of you right now are feeling burdened. You're feeling sad by what you're seeing on TV, on social media, and it's weighing heavy on your heart. And I think it's a good opportunity for us to just embrace this process and to remember how much we need to love one another and to rise above this. And we don't have to stoop down to these to this lower vibration that's happening, through violence and through non-peaceful protests or whatever else is going on. I mean, we can really rise above it, because the reason I believe we feel this heaviness is because we have compassion and sympathy in our hearts, and we care for those that are hurting, and we also care for the people that are hurting others, and we don't want to see a world of violence and division and hatred. So it's weighing heavy on our hearts, and I think one of the ways we can get, overcome it is, of course, we can pray, for ourselves, for those that are not doing the right thing, and for those that are doing the right thing, and for God to just intervene. That's why I love about Jesus, because he told us to love our enemies, and God's economy doesn't make any sense in our human flesh, because we usually want revenge and we want to make the right thing happen. But Jesus was never like worried about who was right or wrong. He just said, love your enemies as yourself, and love your neighbor as yourself. So your neighbor, it's your physical neighbor that lives next door. It could be the neighbor standing next to you in the grocery line. So we have such an opportunity to go out there and love others right now, and to continue to walk in this, and to not let this lower our energy to this lower level. We all give off an energy, we all give a vibration, and it can be negative, it can be positive, it can be hatred, it can be love. So let's just try to give out love. Let's try to be that love that God has called us to be. And when it's hard, just remember that the strength comes from him. He's the one who empowers us to love when we tap into the source that he is. And especially when we invite him in to live within us, and he becomes this internal God that we accept and acknowledge, then it's right there with us through his spirit all the time. We can tap into this powerful source we have in the most difficult of times. And right now is one of those moments when we really just need to engage and embrace the process, and know that, again, God can use what was meant for darkness for good, just like he was doing the pandemic. But it's going to be up to us to play our part. He's a gentleman. He gives us free will, and we're going to, and his spirit living within us will help us to rise up and live the right way, think the right way, and do the right things. So if you're feeling heavy, if you're feeling burdened, just look at this as an opportunity to grow within yourself, and to grow around those that are in your presence, that you get to love on, even the stranger, even the person that you might call an enemy. And maybe that person one day won't be your enemy anymore, and they'll become somebody close to you. I don't know, but just stay encouraged, walk in love, walk in that high vibration of God's love working in you, of his beautiful energy at work in us. I'm not trying to be new age. I'm just, it's a fact that we give off vibration, we give off energies that people feel, and it's up to us how we want to walk through this trial right now that the whole planet seems to be affected by. So it's not an accident. Everything's happening for a reason, and I think it's only going to make us better as a human race, and we have something to look forward to. So I lift all you up in prayer today, and I ask that you would be encouraged to pray for yourself, your loved ones, and just our planet, because this is a global thing right now, and we're all experiencing the same thing at one time. So we can all love each other at the same time. So thank you for listening to my words. I hope somehow it touches your heart, and I hope you have an amazing day and a beautiful week. And until later, God bless you all.